Hi. So, good morning. Today, I'm here to premiere the most romantic way to meet someone. It's called MeetCute, and I'm going to show you how it works through the eyes of my sister. This is Beth, and MeetCute is going to help her meet someone cute in a cute way, just like they do in the movies. So, she signs up by just clicking on the Facebook icon, and then MeetCute immediately takes her to casting directions. Now, this is where we get the idea of who Beth thinks is cute. So basically, we have her take a look at a bunch of headshots, and she acts as the casting director. So if she thinks this guy is like breathtakingly handsome, then what she's going to do is she's going to say that he's got leading man potential. Or if she thinks he's cute but not quite breathtaking, then she's going to say he's more like the boy next door. Now these headshots aren't people that you're ever going to be matched with because they're selected from out of your area and out of your social network. They will help us figure out a type for you. So we recommend 8 casting directions to start, but the more that you give, the better we're able to figure out a match. So now that we know who Beth thinks is cute, all we have to do is set her up on a MeetCute. So MeetCute asks when she wants to meet someone cute, and she can click now or later. So she hits now, and then MeetCute searches for a match and a setting. So it shows her, and a match is just simply someone who Beth is going to think is cute, and who's also going to think that she's cute. And so then it shows her Cafe Claire de Lune at 7 o'clock. So if this time and place works for her, then all she has to do is hit confirm, and she's basically done. She may have to wait a few moments, though, before the guy confirms, and it's confirmed. So this is actually where the online part of MeetCute ends, but it's actually where the real magic begins. Because when she gets to Cafe Claire de Lune, there's going to be a handsome guy there. But she doesn't know anything about him. There's no profiles, there's no personality questions, there's no messaging system. We got rid of all these things basically because we thought they weren't romantic, but also because we know that a spark is far more likely to be felt in person than through a computer screen. So when she arrives at 7 and she looks around and she locks eyes with that cute guy, in that moment she has the opportunity to be totally swept off her feet. Or if she's feeling bold and she doesn't want to miss the opportunity, then she'll be the one that does the sweeping. Also, MeetCute is completely free to use. The way that we make money is by charging local businesses like Cafe Claire de Lune and Green Apple Books to send people to their stores. So Beth literally has nothing to lose. At best, she meets her soulmate, and at worst, she adds a little romance to her day. And in case you don't already know, the word MeetCute comes from an old screenwriter's term that describes the moment in a story when the two romantic leads encounter each other for the first time. And likewise, MeetCute is a service that aims to create movie-like MeetCute moments for our members every day. Thank you so much.
So, let me get this straight. She goes to the restaurant, she doesn't know what the guy looks like?
Exactly. All she knows is that someone who she's going to think is cute, and who's also going to think that she's cute, has agreed to be there at that time.
How many women in the audience are creeped out by this?
I was going to ask.
I mean,
well, that was women. He asked women. I swear all the guys raised their hands.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
okay.
You know, the problem with dating sites is that every geek in the audience, which I guess would be everybody, has wanted to build one at one point or another, right? It's like how you try and solve your own problem. So there's an infinite number of variations on these themes, and you seem to have gone the minimalist route by removing information, whereas like eHarmony is, call it the maximal route. And so I give you credit in that every other scheme I've ever seen tries to add more information to the mix, like let's put in Facebook info, let's do mutual matching, let's do more data, more headshots, and you're totally black box algorithm rolling the dice.
Yeah, I mean, it was Oscar Wilde that said the essence of romance is mystery.
Yeah, I guess you could just remove the site too and be done with it. That would be totally mysterious. But I just don't know how you market this to people. Like, what value are you really adding? It's going to be really hard to convey.
Well, if you think about it, like if you go into a movie, if you watch a movie, like in the way that they meet each other, it's always in a romantic and a serendipitous way, and that's what people want. That's what that's why it sells, and that's what makes people happy. So if you can bump into someone and then you can talk to them, and you don't know anything about them, it's pure mystery and it's serendipity in its best form.
I gotta hear Gina's point of view on this.
I think it probably takes a lot of balls to like walk in and meet somebody you don't know much about in a cafe, and most women I know don't have balls. So.
Gina, wow, so much for you to work with here. Go.
The aspect of this that I think is really interesting is actually the location, the restaurants, the bars, the places. And I almost feel like if there's more emphasis on this is a place where serendipity can happen.
Exactly.
And moving away from sort of the online, like the idea that you have to sort of do something online first might actually be kind of interesting. So it becomes, I think, less of a, necessarily it starts online and it moves offline, but it might actually be the kind of thing that if you go to places, you know, regularly, or you want to market yourself as a place where serendipity can happen, that there might be something interesting to start with the restaurant or start with the bar. And maybe it's even the kind of thing where, you know, you market it through the locations and then they can go online from that way. And maybe it's like if you go online, like you guys buy them a drink, because that's certainly going to have to be a piece of any of the actual meeting of people at any of these places.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about the business model I was saying. So actually what you could do is just go sign up a bunch of places, never have anybody go anywhere, but tell the restaurants that the people that are coming are through your service. That's the perfect business model, right? So,
Patently unromantic, but
I mean, it's a business and the serendipitous piece. So I come with Gina on this. I think you hit on something about where serendipity can happen. Yeah, that's cool.
Are you guys all married, or any of you single?
Anybody single on the
Anybody
panel?
single?
No. Okay.
Okay, so you're not exactly.
But I think it's fair to say we've all been single.
How long?
It's
has
not
anybody
slightly
been
out of the
single in
demographic.
the last 10 years? 1, 2, 3.
So did I get that right? Basically, you would take credit for people you didn't even necessarily send them, right? So it's like Groupon without the coupons.
That's right. There you go.
So beyond just the question of whether there's a market for this type of product, I want to kind of ask about the matching technology. This seems like a very hard problem to me, that you could show me pictures of people and then based on my evaluating them, you could somehow match me
Think
with
of it
other
like
people.
the Netflix movie recommendation algorithm, or like Pandora.
Right, but you're doing it based on like, you're doing it based on what people look like, sort of photo recognition.
Or it's based on collaborative filtering.
Has sort of the
Yeah,
AI
collaborative filtering,
on that
that's the
progressed to the point where you can reliably make recommendations like
It's
that?
collaborative filtering. It's human
Oh, I see.
plus
Okay.
AI. I
People
think.
who like
Human
this
do-
person
okay.
also like.
You like tall, dark,
Is
and
it-
handsome, or blonde?
No.
Is
blue
it
eyes,
best
surfer?
fit? Is it best fit in the network or best fit overall? In other words, if nobody's close, but you only have 5 people in the network, do you give
It matches you by the same city, so
Okay.
it's always someone that you can go and set up a MeetCute now.
Right.
No, why not show people the actual people in the area and have those people meet up when there's a match?
Because then it ruins the romance of it. Because if you think about it, like if I show you a picture, you're immediately going to make a judgment on that person, and you immediately put them in a box. Like if I tell you that if I tell you this person likes Nickelback, and you read that in your profile, you're immediately going to say, oh, I could never date anyone that likes Nickelback. But maybe they just like Nickelback because their brother's in Nickelback, and that's actually kind of a cool thing. Yeah, it's an interesting, we put people into these boxes, but if you create the mystery and you create the romance and the opportunity, the only that actually matters is whether or not you like them in person, and that's what we expedite.
Okay, wait. Question from our grand jury.
All right. Well, I love this, and I think, come on. Who saw The Wizard of Oz? What the hell did the wizard do? Nothing, right? Nothing. He didn't actually do anything. He didn't have an algorithm. All right. He gave people courage. He gave them a heart, which was, And to me, I think what you're doing is just giving 2 people courage to go into a place and to think that maybe something will happen. Exactly. And maybe they might meet the wrong person who's the right person.
Exactly.
Right.
That's exactly the thing. So if you go into any coffee shop in the city and it's a romantic, cute place, there's likely to be a cute guy or girl there. And logically you're thinking okay, they're a cute guy, they're on their computer, they don't want somebody coming over to them and bothering them or trying whatever. And you're just and so that logical part of your brain shuts you down. But now with MeetCute, that logic actually flips. It's more likely that they're there because you're there, because they're going to think that you're cute and they're open to the opportunity of having romance.
Tim,
I think it'll definitely get you a date, so mission accomplished.
Tim?
Well, I want to know how you train the algorithm to make it better based on sort of what success metric.
Yeah, I mean the algorithm. he's partly right. Like we do have like a feedback mechanism on the back end to help us figure out like who, if indeed people are like think that the other person is cute. But that's done in a very like anonymous and serendipitous romantic way.
Let me ask this. Everybody's sort of fascinated. I can see that people are sort of interested by this, like we were. What would you add to it if you were going to add something that you think, what would be the one piece of advice for the entrepreneur if you were going to add one thing to it? Just one single thing if you were going to add.
Customer development.
Customer development.
I feel like his passion is real and it's great, but it just feels to me like I've worked on companies like this, and women want a little more understanding before they're going to do something like this. But of course, it's the crazy ones that work, so it could work.
I'd add a product. You look befuddled for a second there. You disagree with David? No. What advice?
It's the advice I gave earlier. If the places get a reputation as being a place where people are actually open to meeting other people, I feel like that is 80% of the success of what this could be.
You've gone to some locations and talked to them about the idea. What was their reaction?
They think it's great. I mean, because if you think about it, like it's not like a coupon thing, so they don't get a discount. Like they come into the store, they're going to spend at least 10 to 20 minutes like looking around because they're not sure if the person has arrived yet. It's very exciting. Like, and if they do indeed meet, their perfect match, like then that place becomes the place that we first met, and it has tons of sentimental value.
Okay. This is one of those things that's you're designing some kind of social change here. You just have to go and try it, and if it works, then it could be phenomenal. If it doesn't, you have to tweak it.
Can I tell you one magic thing that we're going to be implementing soon?
Yes.
So everything that I described is called Feature 1, Simply Serendipity. Now we've got a couple other features that we're adding in the future, but the second one we're going to add is called Feature 2, It's You. And this is for those moments, when you have a crush on someone specific, and you know that it sucks, like that moment where you have a crush on them and you don't know if they like you back yet, and like, at some point you're going to have to admit to them that, you indeed have a crush on them. But that moment can either be like the greatest day of your life because they feel the same way, or it could be like, really awful and like ruin that relationship, make it really awkward going forward. So what we allow you to do is we allow you to select that person from a group of your Facebook friends, and then we send them an anonymous message that says, someone would like to share a movie like MeetCute moment with you. And then if they also sign up and they also select you, the next time you set up a MeetCute, we set you up together, but we never tell you that you've been set up together. So when you arrive at the setting, you get to experience the magic and surprise of a "it's you" moment.
You're describing something that existed like 15 years ago called CrushLink,
yeah, exactly.
which got massively viral, so you should check it out. Yeah. It is a good customer acquisition engine.
But the SMS carrier shut it down because of too much SMS.
But the way that
there were web versions too. Yeah.
The way that's different is that in all those versions, the magic moment where you found out you had a crush on somebody, that happened at a computer screen, like with an alert message. This happens in person, where you arrive at the setting, you see each other, you smile, and you know.
So the one other thing I would just add is that there was an app like this. There actually is an app like this that runs in Korea. It's attached to a bunch of different bars. But the difference is that the device that you're carrying, your phone, actually registers in the local Wi-Fi service when you walk in the door. So you know whether the person that you're interested in, and these are basically meeting friends. It's not a romantic thing. It's how to meet people with similar interests that could lead to other things, Korean culture being a lot more conservative. But the phone is actually the registration mechanism, and that way you know if the person's in the room. It remains anonymous until the people actually want to be known.
Wow.
So
What's
there
the name
are
of that
things.
Korean company?
It's a Korean name, and I'm not going to get it right. But if I can dig it up for you, and I'll send it to you.
Awesome.
That
So let's
sounds
hear
kind of
it for MeetCute.
Thank you so much.